Opponents may tell you that it's not constitutional to grant D.C. statehood. This is a myth. Let's walk through it. Today, the 700,000 people who live in D.C. are being denied full voting rights because D.C. is not a state. The U.S. Constitution explicitly gives Congress the authority to admit new states. In fact, every single state that has been admitted to the Union since the ratification of the Constitution has been admitted through legislation passed by Congress. Now Congress is considering the Washington, D.C. Admission Act. Here's how it would work. The proposal would carve out federal land, including the White House, the Supreme Court, the U.S. Capitol Building, and the National Mall, to create a separate federal district. This approach is consistent with the Constitution, which says the maximum size of the federal district should not exceed 10 miles square, but doesn't say anything about its minimum size. The federal district would be 2 square miles and be called the U.S. Capitol, complete with all the landmarks and monuments where they've always been. The remaining land, which includes the neighborhoods and business districts in D.C., where its 700,000 residents live, would become the 51st state and be called the State of Washington Douglas Commonwealth. Just like neighboring states Virginia and Maryland, the new state would have no jurisdiction over the U.S. Capitol. Congress has previously reduced the size of the capital city, so we know they have the constitutional right to do it again. Founding fathers James Madison, Alexander Hamilton, and John Jay clearly envisioned full voting rights for D.C. residents, writing in the Federalist Papers that D.C. residents will have had their voice in the election of the government which is to exercise authority over them. Yet to this day, the 700,000 people who live in D.C., the majority of whom are black and brown, are being denied full voting rights because D.C. is not a state. The only way to ensure full and equal rights is to grant statehood to D.C. Learn more at acludc.org/statehood.